Legend 55.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. It's Orlando Pirates 1, Siwelele 0. Again, 2 weeks later. And again, 2 weeks later, it's a tactical battle between these two teams. Former Orlando Pirates captain, former Lesotho international captain, Seema, is difficult against his former team and he almost nails it. In fact, he could have gone to extra time, except for the fact that there's a kid, his name is Mbekezeli, who deliberately and decisively decides a game by himself for his club. So well done to Orlando Pirates. At this time, last season, at this stage, I think my guess is surprised or shocked Pirates at their own stadium. I think it was at this round, at this competition, where they were knocked out. Abawanda Boy Makubu, Chiramandare, if I'm not mistaken, those kind of players. It was 3-1 or 3-0 at half time. So you kind of sense that Orlando Pirates would have had an anxiety with this particular competition to say, why don't we win this competition? So it's the first step towards maybe getting to a final, a semi-final of this competition. So well done to Orlando Pirates. Well done to Mbekezeli as well. Everything that's going to happen over the next weekend will be deserved in terms of praise, in terms of highlights, in terms of videos that will be shot about that goal. It's a beautiful goal. Mbulelo Mabizela did similar things for Bafana, Tottenham Hotspur and Orlando Pirates as well at that similar age. So that's why there's always the parallels of their careers so far at this young juncture of their careers. Lindo Pep, what did you make of the game, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Nkiu.
Yes, sir.
I think the technical team. First reaction, Mr. Nkiu, of the Mbogazi goal. It's a Vincent Kompany moment. When he won in Manchester City for Manchester City, it was a Monday. I will never forget that moment where everyone here in studio, I for one, was saying, "Don't shoot, don't shoot. Look for a simpler pass," because you even said, "Where's the option in midfield?"
Yeah.
Because Bagu Papavele, because Mangati Checker before that goal, he receives the ball, he plays the ball wide to the full back, and then the ball comes back.
The midfielders are not there.
Yeah, I don't know what happens, and then the ball goes forward. There's a deep ball that goes into the Orlando Pirates half. He wins that header, and then he drives with the ball in midfield. He slows down, and he hits it. He hits it.
It stinks.
What a hit. It stinks. All of us, the reaction. I really hope that Justice would have captured that moment.
We were not lying.
Oh my God.
If you saw the reaction, the facial expression.
Oh my God.
Ibola, sometimes we are men, we are grown men with families. Ngamadoda amadala, sinabantwana, singabantu bokuhlala. And then football brings out the child in us.
Yeah.
Every time you say something special, you cannot help but like, oh my goodness.
What a goal.
You know, you punch the wall and whatever, you jump up. So the reaction, if we had shot that reaction, it would have been a viral moment because that was a beautiful goal. It deserved it.
I wonder what Peter Jury would have said. What a hit. What a story. Mbekezeli Mbogazi, a boy from KZN, comes to Orlando Pirates.
I think you kind of said it. If we are lucky enough to qualify for the World Cup, maybe you might say it there. Let's talk about the tactics of the game. I'm a little bit lethargic today. I'm feeling a little bit tired. But let's talk about the tactics of the game. What happened in the flow of the game. And of course, also feel sorry for Seema because it was difficult 2 weeks ago against Paris. Almost achieved the point that he wanted. He didn't get it. Apolis took it from him. Again today, would have driven Pirates or dragged them to extra time. Maybe take the roll of the dice with the penalties. But again, he couldn't get there.
Yeah, Mr. Nkiu, firstly, let me credit to Seema. I know that he might have lost the game, but in terms of performance, some of his boys played incredibly well. But I have to congratulate Coach Orlando Pirates, Ateslam Mwadu, and his players, his technical team. From a tactical perspective, the Orlando Pirates, they were very clear in the first critical phase of the game, which is the first 5 minutes, that they want to put pressure on Siwelele. They are playing at home. They've got the form. Siwelele today, obviously, they have the will, but the Orlando Pirates has the form. And how they started, for me, set that already. So, critical phase, Orlando Pirates creates an opportunity. But also what I like in Orlando Pirates during the course of the game, more especially in the first 20 minutes, I saw a tactical variation in their game where they created opportunities in 3 ways. And under Jorge Rivero, sometimes the attack of Orlando Pirates could be very predictable from a pattern and from an attacking organization perspective. But if we check out the first opportunity, how the penalty comes, it comes by them going around the opponent. Where really makes that incredible run from deep, brings in a good pass. Umakhopa should have punished the penalty. I know he might have scored the other one, but penalties are difficult. We always know that the most technical passers of the ball with a vision are the ones that take the best penalties. The second opportunity, Mr. Nkiu, comes from deep. And that's the tactical variation that I'm talking about. They slow down the game, they build up, they rotate, it goes to Uhoto, it comes back to Mbogazi. Mbogazi plays a deep diagonal ball straight into the box. I think Uhoto, it rotates to the right back, and then Uhoto makes that run from deep. He brings in the ball, Umakhopa, Utistepa, Umremi, Apolis, where Apolis would have had just a tap in into the box.
This moment, yeah.
The third opportunity as well is going through behind the defense, where you saw
Mahopa a chance that he got, and then he passed it
to Umremi.
Yeah.
You know, going
it was an excellent pass. Actually.
Yeah.
Although positionally, you wonder why is it not him who's receiving that ball.
Mr. Nkeung, that's tactical variation that the coach at Orlando Pirates has added, different ways of attacking. Sure. And I mean, also what I've realized before I speak to Siwelele is coaches steal ideas. And I was sitting analyzing the game, and I thought to myself, this guy went back to when Manchester City won the league in 2018, 2019, if I'm not mistaken, when they had Sterling, no, Leroy Sané on the left-hand side. His identical of that is Umureme on the left-hand side, who's got that ability of running behind the defenses. I think he's got incredible qualities. I believe that the boy played exceptionally well today. From Ama one-touch pass work, from linking the play, from combining, from running behind, from being a threat. And Maucheko Apolis. So Apolis for me today, I know that he got him man of the match, but I was really confused by his position. Yeah. Because for me today,
I think he tends to do this and is confusing his teammates.
Yeah.
He has a tendency of, he wants to forcefully play on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
They signed him from Ipulugwana City as a left wide forward. Now, when the coach puts in Umuremi there or Mufukeng there,
yeah.
I don't know why Apolis does not take the instruction to go to when are you on the right. And you see him in many moments in that first half, of course, going to the left. And it's not a swap position. Yep. He forcefully goes there, even when there's traffic. There's his teammate there. And that means no one, Upaliti, for example, which was his direct confrontation with Apolis, is a left back, Siwelele. And in many moments in that first half, he receives the ball free.
Yeah.
And you saw in the second half when they were trying to get the winning goal, Upaliti crosses the ball maybe 3 times, trying to find Abo Nurkovic, Abo Saile. If Upaliti has a direct confrontation with Apolis, Abambe position, he will find it difficult to move. But he sees that there's no one in this area because Apolis tends to drift to the left-hand side. And so I think there's a conversation to be had with the coach there.
There's a tactical progression that needs to happen at Orlando Pirates, and I'm fascinated by this because I want to see the progression happening. Mr. Nkeo, they need to decide in terms of the fullbacks, even though Libito is doing very well and is playing very well for Orlando Pirates. But the system might kick him out, more especially on the right-hand side, because on the left-hand side, it is balance. They found the right balance in knowing how to interchange in terms of tactically, when Uhoto needs to play a double position, when Umreme needs to play a threat. And then on the right-hand side, Ulibito wants to hug the touchline, exactly where Uopolis needs to be. Because for me, that system needs a Siwelele, where you need, he's got the quality of an Sterling, where you just need one player to run behind and bring in a cross and an accurate ball on the right-hand side. So Apolis has the tendency to overload. And for me, they are overloading a player wrong. I'm not saying Apolis is not playing well. He played well.
No, he's talented.
I think that position doesn't suit or bring out the best in him, where he would overload to bring him into midfield.
But the problem, Lindo, and I think I'll go back to this, that he cannot force the issue. If the coach has put, and he's got a team talk, and he said, we are playing with Umuremi on the left, and you can see that Pirates finds Umuremi. The problem with Umuremi is that if there's someone in front of him, normally it's intercepted or he hits the man in front of him. But if you find him in free space, he's very good and dangerous with finding a cross for the striker. So if City Side as a team to play Umuremi on the left, we saw it with Umufukeng at the beginning of the season. Apollo said he forcefully just goes here, and he needs to be told as a professional player that there are positions for a reason. And this is not even criticism; it's that it's going to hurt us. Because Umudiba, let me make an example. When they're confronting Sundowns, for example, and he is playing against Super Satino Umudiba. Umudiba, if he has a free reign because Apolis is drifting to the other side, and another good drifter, it doesn't mean they create 10 opportunities because he's added people on the other side. He just creates traffic. When he's fighting against Umudiba, Abu Pasatin, and other Abomtaga, other good left wing backs, they're going to suffer because of him.
But good coaches and good football players, that's why I'm saying, from the coach, what we need to see is tactical progression. From the player, we need to see a skill set where another quality that South African football players need to have is adapting to a system is a strength as well. It's a quality. And for me, that's why I'm saying the tactical progression as a Orlando Pirates team, because it's only been 15 games in the season. We need to at least give them 30 games where we can see the tactical progression of the coach. But I believe that what Siwelele did that's good today was bringing Usales, Nopotsane closer into the midfield. Usaile, I mean to say, where they couldn't allow Orlando Pirates to break central, because he knew that Usiema, they've got a tactical variation, but where he wanted to give them, it was wide. He knew that Umakhopa likes going wide, and when he goes wide, there's nobody in the box. But now it started being a threat when they brought Mabasa second half. They brought in Umbule, because Umbule has the ability to find those passes behind the midfield. Umabasa plays in between the two centre backs where he would stick there. I think we saw a lot of deep crosses or crosses into the box when Umabasa was coming in. But for me, what Siema did well is that you have to give credit to the two fullbacks as well. On a 1v1 situation, you have to give Upaliti credit, you have to give the boy Umfolozi, the young 22-year-old credit, and then you have to give Uhape Muralo credit, big credit. For me,
He worked really hard in midfield.
I think he was exceptional. Mugabe, from a defensive organization, blocking on a passing lane, making sure that he cuts certain things in terms of the passing patterns with Orlando Pirates. Good anticipation. Umagaman brings in a lot of energy. He covers distance for me. He understood how to play as an 8. He knew that he needed to support Uhape, and then he needed to join sometimes. Because if you check the attack, Potsane, he's got the running style like Messi a little bit, where he's quick on his feet, he's very dynamic. Usails wants to run behind the defense. Usamo Nikovic is a perfect striker for teams like Siwelele. And one of the reasons why I'm saying that is he fights for everything. And for me, he might have won some battles with Umbogazi, even though I believe that Tusels for me today was a big threat. I think running behind was a big threat. Tupotsane was a big threat. It's just that some of the teams in the Betway Premiership, they don't capitalize on the mistakes. Because if we check at the first opportunity, Siwelele comes from the mistake of Siema. Siema plays a cross pass. They win that ball. Umagaman takes a shot outside the box. The second opportunity also, Unduli drives with the ball. They win that ball. They play an extended forward pass to Usails. Usails beats Umbogazi on a 1v1 situation. He should have passed that ball, in my opinion. Should have passed that ball. It was a tip in for Usama Nikovic. From a game plan perspective, Mr. Nkeo, good game plan from Siema, good tactical game plan. Players like Abu Khape, players like Abu Magaman, they are important in the team. Is because they know how to interpret tactics and they know how to execute the coach's game plan. And some of those players are very critical in any team, where you don't need flamboyant players who are good on the ball, but you need players that understand how to interpret the system, that know how to keep the shape, and that's exactly what they did today. From a defensive perspective, I think they were solid, but you have to give Pirates credit as well. What the coach has brought to Pirates is shape, structure, a defensive solid block that knows how to defend the box with their life. If we check Umbogazi, how many times he threw himself on the ground, it's because they understand what it means to play for the football club, how to defend their box. From an attacking perspective, I believe that the variation in attack Orlando Pirates will help them in the duration of the season, because they know how to break a low block now. They are playing this season understanding that they are playing with a mid-low block.
Energy.
All right.
Thank you so much. Siyabuya ngo-8 ebusuku. Mamelodi Sundowns Marumo Gallants ngo-8 ebusuku namhlanje kule khuphiswano le Carling knockout yesakuba i-Telkom knockout kwacima. Siqobele izandla ke Orlando Pirates ephumeleleyo kuSiwelele. Okukhala inyembezi kuSiema ngoba ke othixo bakhe bavele bamflathela namhlanje ngoba uzamile kuPirates kuveke ezimbini ezidlulileyo. Waphinda wazama namhlanje khange tu bambethe ngempama badlalise ngaye. Uzamile noko izithixo zebhola bekufanele siyakwazi umqhekezela nto ithile into nayo ke iqela eline quality yabadlali ngamanye amaxesha balilo eliphuma ebumnyameni libone bomhlophe. Awushike bami ngezantsi.
Endaba yeshara No, I can smile. I'm just impressed.
People that I'm still with them.
I'm impressed.
I'm from the Western Cape, so
yeah.
When they hear me speak a bit of Zulu, they get disappointed that this nigga has left us. I'm still with you. One day I will own pushbacks and I will give you a team in the Eastern Cape. Sebenzele ku Siema ke izinto zebhola ngamanyala ebhola. Siqobele izandla kumnanseka ubani lo mfo?
Mbekezela Imbokazi.
Umbokazi Nkosi mntanami. Umbekezela Imbokazi.
Mbekezeli.
Ndidinwe ndlela ebusuku man. iDiski Times World Sports Betting. Thank you.
Sharp kunjani bafowethu, igama lami Lindo Pep, the best analyst in the country. Please don't forget to subscribe to iDiskiTV. Danko.
This is Bongane Benedict Vilakazi, they call me so. Niyazi bafethu, amakhosi for life, they are back in winning ways. Please, siyacela ukuthi subscribe iDiskiTV.